All right, guys. All right, good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is now March 16, 2022. We are just in the middle of March. This quarter is about to end. We got big things going down. Everybody's slowly waking up. Did you guys have a great day yesterday? What a day yesterday. Did those squeezes work out? Wow, 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 wow. No reversals in sight. The market was being bought yesterday all day long. Everything popped, popped, popped. All right, guys. So a lot to cover here today. Today is Powell Day, guys. Powell joke. Okay, today is Powell. 2 p.m. You don't want to miss the fireworks. It is going to be banging, banging, banging. And we have some trade ideas for you if you want to trade it into the close. But anything can happen at 2 p.m. Know that. I don't know what he's going to say. No one knows. So is he going to rug pull us? Maybe. We do know a couple of things. We do know that China was buying today. They helped out. They came into the rescue for the markets. I'll see if I can find that story for you. I didn't put it on my Twitter account, but I posted on some other chats that I'm in, and I can see if I can find those for you right now. So Market Watch, Hong Kong stocks end with a 9% surge after China pledges to it's on Market Watch. Okay, so let's get going and let's see what's cooking today. And let's see. All right, guys, let me add this to the stream. So just know this, going into this week, we have quad witching week. This is the calendar from the NASDAQ here. I'm going to post it here. Good stuff for you to have, especially if you're a trader, because you want to know when is the weeks that you're going to have the most volatile moves there. It's in the chat for you. But if we look at March here, this is the end of quarter here. We have March 18, March 17 to end of 16. 16 is Powell. But this week, we have the SPX rebalance. So the S&P 500, 400, 600. That means that things are going to be sold. Things are going to be bought. We expect a big move on the S&P 500. And, just know that. Okay, so we have that. As far as the stock market, we have oil below 100. That is a very, 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 very positive, guys. NASDAQ, everything is up. 10-year note is climbing 2.16, but that's expected. Today's Powell Day. Let's see what happens today. Okay, so Howard Schultz is returning to JP Morgan sees a 10% boost in stocks. The big investors rebalance. So I want to talk about this because just dug in a little research. I couldn't sleep last night. So there's 4 million shares to be bought on Tesla. So let's talk into this and what this rebalance means, especially today. So I'm going to go in and cover what the market is here. So ultimately, what do we see here? We got the bounce yesterday, and this goes back to what we've been reading here, and I'm going to make this bigger here, guys. So if you have a stock that you want me to look at, write it in the chat right now before I leave. But we're going to make this quick, short, and simple, and very, very, very powerful. All right, so what do we have here? Yesterday, as I was talking about the XPX, we said we were at the bottom range here. I told you that we needed to bounce here, that this was a low probability trade for you to buy puts because we were pretty far away from the 50. It was higher probability for you to go into calls or for it to go up. Either one, and this is why we trade, right? So when everybody else is telling you, and again, this goes back to that old, I think it was Warren Buffett, but they also say it in Jesse Livermore in Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, and it says, when everybody's greedy, be fearful. When everybody's fearful, be greedy. There was a tremendous amount of fear yesterday, and there was a lot of sell orders, even though we knew the consequences and so forth, but it was being bought, and this is the big guys. They were being bought. Now, are we going to have a day two today? Possibly, maybe. It all depends on what Powell says. So for those of you that are in my class, we're going to be using the system today, and we're going to be using on the 1 minute time frame because you're going to be noticing a tight squeeze, and we're going to notice both on the MACDs and the moving averages for a move. So if you're up at 2 p.m., just make sure to get your calls and your puts ready. If you're going to trade before, I will highly recommend locking your gains because anything can happen, and then we get into a new position. That's my suggestion, but you can do what you want. But as far as the market environment at this moment, it looks like we're going to open at 43.08. So we hit the target of 4,300, as I wrote in the Patreon group. If you want access to that, you can support the page. It's only $5 a month, and you get access to my thoughts and levels for the day, 5 days a week, and you get that just a very, very simple donation, $5, and you get a lot to cover. All right, so let's go there. So right now we got 43.08. That's going to put us at 43.10. Can we rally today into Powell? It possibly, but we broke these levels here. Next level up is going to be around that 43.84, 4,400. Can we get there today? Now, this doesn't mean that, hey, the bull is back. It just means that the bull might be back for a short term, meaning that, we're still in a downward cycle here, guys, and we still have a lot of headwinds to cover. But, again, 25 basis point, I think that's already priced in. So, and if you really do some research on the Fed, they really don't have a lot of bullets in their gun. So at this time, they're shooting blanks. However, they can also do a rug pull on us and just say, hey, they can do a Volcker. Volcker was a Fed chairman in the 70s and 80s that raised the interest rates pretty significantly, and the market collapsed a little bit. So is that as possible today? Don't know. Don't think so. If I know Powell's demeanor, he is pro-market, and who would want to be recognized? Who's going to, it's like some people say that the worst president prior to Biden was Carter. That's what some people say. And some people say that Biden now is the worst president now. So he took over Carter's position. And I bring that up for one reason. Would you right now, Volcker is like that person, right? That rug pulled the market. Does Powell want to come in and take over his spot as the guy who rug pulled the market and alleviate Volcker's name? Maybe. Is this the year that we take over spots? Maybe. Don't know. Anything's possible, but again, we're going to be frosty. But guys, we had a great day yesterday. NASDAQ rallied nicely, and the IWM or the Russell rallied nicely. We had some nice moves yesterday. So let's see what that translates into today. So with the VIX, look at the VIX, guys. The VIX is lower. That is positive. We're at 28 where the highs were. And if we look at this in measurement, guys, if we remain below 28, then that means that is a very, 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 very bullish on the VIX. As you can tell, I put my alert right up there, and then I'll probably put another alert because we could probably retest that 29. And then again, if we start breaking higher, then that means that fear is entering into the marketplace. But look at this, guys. The market is less fearful going into Powell. Right, we had a bunch of fear. This was yesterday, this week, this was last week, this was the week before, and this is the week before. So can we get to these levels of 26? But there's less fear into the marketplace, which is a good ingredient for an upward short-term market. All right. Now, this is a little nutty here. We went up 2.17. Guys, if you want to invest in this thing, you can. It's the TNX, and you can. It's going higher, but it's a little bit too far away right now. But we have that. Again, just know the levels here. If we start going to 26, then we're going to rally, and 4,400 XPX is in the bullseye. It's in the horizon, guys. I said it. XPX 4,400 if we start getting into 2,600. What does that translate to you, SPY guys? All right, that trend 440. Yep, 440. Now, anything's possible after Powell. Does that mean you're going to get there before Powell? No way. No way. Don't think anybody's that brave, but possibly. Okay, now as far as the XPX, guys, just want to show you the moves on the E-minis here. It's just been crazy. Look at this move yesterday. This was just the last 3 weeks on the E-minis. I mean, the last 3 days. 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. Yesterday, we just went, guys. It just didn't turn back. Yesterday, it was a very bullish day. It just kept going and going, just going. I think it stopped maybe around right around 2 o'clock. It stopped a little bit. We had a red candle, and then towards the end of the day, but it just kept going. And this is the hourlies on the E-mini futures. Now, today, what's today going to happen? Well, today we had a little bull flag here. We're still working our way higher. We hit 4,300. I suspect that we're probably going to pull back a little bit here and reset, maybe come back down to 42.60. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we have pivot points here. If you look at the 50-day, we had a pivot point around 1 o'clock in the morning. That was today. And then we had a major pivot point right there at 7 in the morning yesterday. So again, what's going to happen today? It looks like it's probably going to, we moved pretty significantly. If we keep moving up, guys, I think that this buy needs to be absorbed a little bit. So let's check it out. But we're at 43.05. So again, now this is the S&P 500. So as you can tell, we hit the 50-day moving average right around that 1230. That's where we stalled, and then we continue higher. And again, all paths lead back to the 50. So there were some nice trades on that. I think I set that up for you yesterday. The 4300s, those were nice. They went from $4, and I think they went up to like $4 to $20 or $30. So again, and those were for today expiration, and those are going to be worth a lot more right now because we're at 43.07. That puts us at 43.10. Okay, so again, we have that right there. Okay, so we're going to be overextended here. We're going to be bullish short term, and guys, so again, if we look at the XPX, I mean, we were at the bottom range, and this is why I told you yesterday that going into the bottom, this is going to be a low probability trade at the 50. Right now, we're pretty far away. Again, vice versa. It's just going to be a lower probability trade to go on calls right now and a better probability to go into puts. But it's a news-driven day. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to get into any new calls right here. I would like it to pull back a little bit. But again, you had all three of them yesterday. So yesterday's price action, we're going to work our way a lot higher. So this is going to be overextended. This is going to be an exhaustion buy here. And I suspect that we're probably going to pull back a little bit. We should pull back. That will be healthy. So let's see. All right. So as far as let's look at the overall markets here. Yesterday we talked about the squeezes here, and this is again, guys, this is what we teach in the class. We actually covered this past weekend in the class. So let me see potential movers here today. So again, the S&P 500, we're looking at the 15-minute time frame and a lot of high volatile stocks. We had a lot of squeezes yesterday. The S&P 500 went back to the 50 and took off. We're going to open up a lot higher. I don't suspect that it's going to go. Maybe pull back a little bit. That would be healthy again. So don't get caught. Let it pull back. Russell, we got the squeeze at the end of day here. This was around 1445. That was probably around 245, right? So again, started a rally. This maybe could a little bit better because it's going to be closer to the 50. And Google just took off, guys. Google just took off. I told you to squeeze here. This is the power of the squeeze right there. We broke through, and Google took off very, very early at 10:30. The other thing I also want to point out, guys, yesterday in my indicator here, do I have it? Oh, it didn't come up. What's this one? It got deleted. I probably have to redo it again. So here's my 5-stock indicator here, and I'm just gonna put that in there. I think Win mentioned something, you have to reset it. I just noticed that right now. But yesterday's price action, if you know, the first 2 hours, it was just being bought. These are the top 5 stocks or holdings, big capital stocks in the S&P 500. It just told you that it was being bought for the first 2 hours. So it was going to hit the 50 pretty good. And the MACD, so all systems go, we're there for the first 2 hours. Great indicator. If you haven't used it, this is how we use it. It just tells me what the market internals are for the S&P 500. So it just gives you a little clue there. All right, as far as over here, Google's taking off, a little overextended right now. So again, congratulations if you took that trade. Amazon took off yesterday at the open. Again, this is the power of the squeeze here. And all moving averages go, and they went. And right now on Google, you got to take these moves now. You have about 110-point profit on Google if it were to open right now. And on Amazon, you had about 25.50 to about 26.43, another 100. These days are gone, guys. You got to enjoy them while you last, because once these convert to a 20-to-1 stock split, this will not move ever again like this. So just know that. Tesla. All right, so here's Tesla, guys. Tesla had a beautiful rally yesterday at the open. It opened up at 767. This is one that we set up yesterday, and it went up to about 800. Exactly our levels here. Tesla's pretty easy to trade if you know how to trade Tesla. It's in a range, guys. 750, 800, 850, 850, 888, 888. It explodes or sells off 50. Okay, pretty simple. But those are the levels on Tesla. I trade this pretty much every day. So that's it. Pretty easy. Now, there is 4 million shares to buy, part of that rebalancing. And this is what I'm telling you about the rebalancing. So if we look at the NASDAQ here, we look at February 8th. On the 18th, that has a square. If we go back down here, it says the SPX index rebalanced S&P 500. So that means for the quarter, things are going to be bought and things are going to be sold. What I'm hearing is that Tesla, there's 4 million shares to be bought on Tesla. So is that going to happen today? I don't know. Is it going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. Is it going to happen Friday? I don't even know. I've been trying to find out when do exactly they buy it. But here's the thing. They could buy it next week, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. But anyway, regardless, do we see the price action going higher? Yes. If that goes in, can as Tesla hit those levels, right? Can it hit 850? Can it hit 888? And if it breaks 888, can it go to 950? Remember, those are the levels on Tesla. We know that because we've been trading Tesla pretty much. ISRG exploded. This is a late bloomer, came in late, and it looks like it wants to rally. It's probably going to go to 277. Let's see, maybe. Now, CMG, I told you CMG had a nice move yesterday. Nice move, but it wasn't ready. Time to go. If you want to trade a short term, but it's not going to move just yet. And I'll go into that complete detail just in a little bit. What time is it? 8:47. I'm going to try to go speed through these again. And again, just want to show you the power of the squeeze. The squeeze happened at LRCX. It happened on Goldman Sachs. It happened on Netflix squeeze, right? Here's the power of the squeeze, guys. If you want to know more about the squeeze, guys in my class, I highly encourage you, go over last week's videos. You have it. It's on the Patreon. And if you want to know our system, I highly encourage you, join the class on Sundays. This is where I will personally mentor you on a one-on-one environment, going through exactly this system where you can answer questions, and it's a one-on-one coaching environment. It's the best deal for your buck. It's only $150 a month, and definitely really worth it. Trust me. I used to work for companies like TD Ameritrade, online, reputable education companies, guys, that would teach you this type of things. And there's a few out there. Online Trading Academy is one. Income Traders another. TD Ameritrade had our own called Invest Tools, and all of these guys would teach you. I actually am a product of that. Trust me, it costs about $50,000 to $100,000 to get educated for the full program. So that's about 2 years. Highly encourage that if you want to go that route. I have done it, and I trust me, I got 10 times more back than that revenue. Now, for me, only $149. It's just the cost to show me that you are serious. And again, I want to create this a sacred, serious environment for my new traders that are doing this. But anyway, if you're interested and you're serious, there it is right there for you guys. All right, so Roku, again, just rallying up again. I guess Kathy Wood is back on it. Netflix rally. Look at Netflix, guys. 333, broke through, gave you those numbers. Right now it's going to open at 350. So you got a 20-point ripper right there. Roku, again, rally late, 100. You got a 4-point ripper there. NVIDIA, we talked about NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA was right there, 211. We told you to squeeze. I told you to squeeze, 211. Right now you're open about 236. So you got about a 20-point ripper here. We got a little bit for everybody here, guys. So again, Mercado Libre 916 up to 992. That was about, you do the math, 50 points right there. Apple, look at Apple, darling Apple, 150 to 157, and Apple doesn't move. I told you it was going to go above 153, needed it, and it got it. So if Apple goes, that means the market's not going to crater. That means that the rebalancing thing, they're buying more Apple. So again, you have 150 to 157. You got 7 points on Apple. So guys, look at Shopify, and I talked about Shopify. I said Shopify can move about 50 to 80 points. Did Shopify move 50 to 80 points? Look, 520, and it's going to open at 572. That's about 50 points. All right, didn't get to 80, but we got 50. All right, so let's set up for today. Are we going to have a day 2? Again, everything moved pretty significantly today. I don't suspect that we're going to move into Powell, even though we might. But I do like Tesla, and I want to set up Tesla. And look at all the chips. Now, this is telling me right now that they believe, because the war, right, is getting better, that there will be peace. And if there is peace coming up, then that's, again, guys, I want to tell you something. It's not really about what I think and what the news is. It's all about the perception of things, right? So tell the market, what is it the perception telling you, right? It's really comes down to that. They perceive that the war is going to end. Is it going to end? I don't know. Don't know. Don't even know. But the perception is it might end. So again, with that being said, the chips are flying until it doesn't. Now know this, anything can change after Powell. Anything. So after 2 o'clock, things can crater about 100, 200 points. But know this, we're going to move about 100 points after Powell. It's either up or down. If you're trading SPY, that's $10. $10 on SPY. 100 points on SPX. Which way? Don't know. All right, so I'm going to get into it right now. Let's talk about the SPYs. Get the thing out of the way. So we got spiders here. Spiders rallying up. We got a nice gap up. Now here's a gap. It could fill this gap around. Darn it. What happened here? Okay. It could fill the gap here. It could fill the gap. Oh, that's why. I'm going to get rid of that. All right. It could fill the gap right there. Let me hide that one too. Okay. So spiders the last couple of days, this is the hourlies, having some resistance around that 431. Again, 431 is pretty difficult here. 432. So can it pull back? Should pull back here. It's telling me it's going to pull back. So if you got some nice gains, I will probably lock it in because it's probably going to pull back, depending on which one you have. But it's going to fill this gap at 426. That's the level I think it can go. Notice there's a lot of selling at that 431. This is the 15-minute time frame, and we rallied quite nicely. So again, just to show you, at the open yesterday, you had it right there. You had a 418 to 431. Those 430s went from like $1 to whatever they're at right now, $4 or $5. So you had a nice moves right there. It's gonna pull back, guys. Let it pull back. It'll be healthy. The 1 minute, again, just gonna pull back. Let it do its thing. It's consolidating right now. You got a pivot point right here to sell off. All right, so let it pull back. Let it pull back. How low is it gonna pull back? It's probably gonna cover that 426, if I had to guess. And again, let's see what happens there. The QQQs. Again, rallied nicely yesterday. Again, and you had the pivot point. It wasn't as clean, but it did break around 2 o'clock. But at the open, you had, nice move here back to the 50. You had it on the 50-minute time frame right there at 318, which puts me right there. And this is exactly what we talked about in class. So 318, where is it going? Well, it's going back to the 50, right? And it was around 326. Can you make some money from 318 to 326? That's roughly 7 points. I know I did. Look at that. So that is basically, I can tell you exactly the 325s. I think the 325s were $1, and those ended up being $5 or $6. Anyway, good little trade there. So it's pulling back right now. If I had to pull back here, is in this consolidation mode, and we filled the gap here this morning. Let's see. It's coming back down. Don't know this one. Yeah, let's see. It's going to pull back a little bit. Let us set up here and watch it. IWM, this was the late bloomer. This one didn't really go and popped until later in the day. IWM, we had to move here. It actually broke out, retested here. So either one of these you could have retested, but 193 now is opening at 198, 199, exactly where you wanted it to. But right here, 193. It's going to go back to that 50, and it went beyond, actually at 198. It's probably going to come back to the 50. So let things go back. We have a little gap here to fill. Let things set up properly. There's going to be a lot of profit takers, especially going into the Fed today. Now, the one I want to talk about, let's talk about Tesla. We're going to talk about it at length here. Now, I'm thinking about changing the format to this, guys. And the reason being is because I do have some people in my class, and I want to make sure that we give out the proper setups. Now, I do know that this might be advanced for a few of you guys, and I'm trying to do my best to explain it within the short period of time that we have together. But I highly encourage you to join the class, but I definitely want to set this up for my guys and girls. So now what do we have? We have Tesla. Now Tesla is rallying. We have broke the 50 here, and this is Tesla. I'm just going to share this with you. We had a squeeze here yesterday around 766. And 766, as you can tell, puts me right there, 766. Where's it going to go? Back to the 50, right? Because 750 goes to 800. And it went back to 800. Beelined it there and hung out there, and it's taking off. So now, what is Tesla going to do today? Now, here's the thing about Tesla. If I zoom out of here on Tesla, and we go to the daily here, I'm going to share with you. We have to look at all the stocks that didn't really decline that much. And what I mean about a decline, a lot of the stocks from January declined pretty significantly. Tesla's was down about, was it 43%? Yeah, roughly 43%. So I guess that's a pretty big decline. But it's holding its own, guys. It's holding its own as far as like where it has been. So now, if Tesla, has a lot of potential, can Tesla get back up to these levels here of 880, right? That's a pretty strong level. Can it get up to 922? It's about 950. Now, in this rebalancing thing, maybe that's a possibility, right? So are they going to take it up? Crap. Did I just? Okay, there we go. Maybe, right? So let's see. Looks like it wants to come back here. But again, this was a low the boat moment yesterday. So right at 800, which it wasn't a low the boat because you didn't know whether it was going to rally. You could have left some runners in there, but again, went up to 831. It's probably going to pull back a little bit, or are they going to take it up pre-market? They bought it at 800, right at that 50. Let's see if this can pull back. Let's see it pull back, or is it going to just stay up here and mingle until Powell? Could just chill. It probably could chill around Powell, around just below 850. So I don't think things are going to run into Powell, but you never know. The VIX is crossing 28. The VIX, all right, the VIX is climbing, so fear is entering into the marketplace. So that's fine. That's what we suspected, but not too much, not too bad. So Powell, so what are we going to do? What are we going to be waiting into Powell? All right, so let's analyze this for a little bit. Into Powell, we're going to be looking for these moving averages, all of these, if they can consolidate and hang out here for a second, if they do that. If they don't do that, we're going to be looking for them here, and we're going to look at the 1 minute for a consolidation right now. Right now, as you can tell, it ran up. This is the pivot point right here on Tesla. This happened at the market close, so that's too late for actually this morning when the market opened. It pivoted. Okay, so right now he's working his way lower. He's going to pivot. Let's see what happens here. Into Powell, what we're going to do, we're going to look for all the moving averages to pick a direction like this with the MACD right there. If this happens right after Powell, we're going to go long. If it goes the other way, right? If it goes the other way, then we're going to go short. And what do I mean by that? And I'm just going to give you the sauce because I want you guys to come back and okay, so right here, if we go the other way, and this is the 4, the 20, the 30, and the 50. If we go the other way, then we're going to go into puts. So it's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. And that's the market we're going to have. So right now, that's what we're going to be looking for going into Powell. Okay, so Get ready, get yourself ready, put those calls and puts on the screen, and let's see what happens. So it's just a crapshoot. Let's see. I think someone told me about snow. That might rally. That did rally yesterday. SNOW. All right. So we have all moving averages here on snow on the 1 hourly consolidating. Could happen right here. Snow did rally yesterday pretty significantly, well, but late bloomer. And then it rallied at the end of the day, right here. Nice moves here to 177. Could probably hit 200. It's probably going to pull back today at the open. But if Powell says some good things, this thing could probably rally. Okay, so that's why it's on the screen, because it's at the 50 on the hourly. So again, that's one there. Let me just look what it looks like on the dailies here, because I haven't looked at snow in a while. Yeah, overextended, guys, way overextended, and it could probably rally if maybe 200. That's a nice round number, possibly. So let's look at what snow does. The other one I looked at was ISRG. Let's look at ISRG. ISRG is consolidating. These guys make medical sales. We talked about a nice spacing pattern. It is gapping up. Let's look here on the 1 hourly here. And these are going to be cheap options. They're 274 rallying right there, guys. We have it right there. So depending on what Snow says, Powell says, we can rally. So too far gone here in the 1 minute. We're having a second buy here. Let's see what happens. It's probably going to go up. If I had to guess, probably 277. We have it there, and let's see what happens there. But we have it on the hourlies here. Probably can take off. I would like to see it pull back a little bit. 1 minute, it just bounced right there. It might run. It might run at the bat. It might run to 278. So yeah, maybe y'all have 4 points there. It might run to 278 at the open. All right. What else do we have? Let's look at Apple. Oops. Okay. Keep spelling it wrong. All right. So Apple, I told you about Apple. Apple was needed to regain that 200-day moving average. I think we got it. I think we did I have the 200-day? Yep, 200 days right here. So 200-day we climbed there, right? That's pretty positive, guys. So if I were to go into the hourlies on Apple, let's see what happened. Can we have a day two? Again, we rally quite nicely. Apple probably should pull back to about 155. It's telling me it's going to pull back to around this 155. Let's see what happens there. 155 is going to put me right in this area, right? 155. So let's see what happens there. Now, this is probably one that can rally if Powell says, hey, things are great. We only do 25 basis points. I think 50 is still going to be pretty good. But again, or it can crater. Again, we're going to be watching the moving averages, guys. What else we got? Let me see who's out there. What's up? Can you do BA and Baidu? Absolutely. We're going to do BA. And I'll put this. All right, so BA, what do we got on BA? So BA, Boeing, right? The China news actually did help here. Let me look at the dailies here on the BA. So BA got sold off pretty good. It's at 183 right now. Can take out 184. Can probably run. We're coming closer to the end here. Let's look what the hourlies look like. Hourlies here. Let's see it comes up. We had a squeeze yesterday at 177. It's rallying. That was a nice move up there. We're at 183. The squeeze happened yesterday at 177 right in here. It could probably run as far as today. It looks like weakness is coming into the marketplace. So what I suspect here, we have some major headwinds at 184. Major headwinds right in there, 184. So I suspect maybe some profit takers. Watch 184, 185 right in there. Let's see. It probably should pull back and set up nicely. It could have a day two. So this was day one. Let's see if it has day two. If it pulls back to around 181, 180, that puts me right in here. And let's see what happens. Now, if Powell says some good things, I think that this can explode maybe higher if you see the moving average start breaking down. But right now we're top heavy on this thing. It looks like it's probably just going to linger here for a little bit. So I would probably lock in some gains right now and then do a new setup if you're already in it. But I wouldn't chase it at this moment of time. Baidu. Again, the moves were all yesterday, guys. Right now, they expect everyone to wake up and say, oh, my God, it's going to go to the moon, and they're going to buy, and everybody's going to sell. So Everybody's going to buy right now. Not everybody, newbies, and then pros are going to sell. So don't want to buy. Set up your trades properly. This is why we do the class. Now on Baidu, again, rally nicely at the 50. Still has room to go. Nice rally, 108 to 125. This has to do with the insertion of China. Let's see. Can it run here? How high can it run? I would like to see this pull back a little bit. Watch the MACDs. Let it pull back. It can probably go to watch the 50 around 116, 118, maybe 117, right in there. It's gonna be a lot of whipsaw action up here, so don't get caught into that action right up here until it pulls back. Let it set up properly. But that was a nice trade yesterday, unless you're in it for a longer time. So what's up, Skates? What's up, buddy? What's up? You caught the move on Tesla, played it off the system, set off to the 850, calls cheap. Wow, amazing. I'm so happy you did that. All right, let's do Walmart. Walmart, please, you got it. All right, let's do some Walmart. It's 9:05. Walmart. Whoa, wrong computer. Walmart. Let's do the Walmart. All right, Walmart. Walmart is actually a really good play against inflation. If we go to Walmart, I haven't done Walmart in a long time, but Walmart, it's actually at the high range here. So Walmart is trading sideways here, guys. So just know that 134 to 145. A lot of selling pressure coming up here on top. Can it break through? What do you guys think? This is pretty consolidated here, 146, 148. It's been going sideways for quite some time. So again, it is an inflation play. Can it break through 146 on the dailies? Has a dividend yield here. So that's today. That's March 17th. Know that is going to be taken off the price of the stock. So Walmart's at 145.78 minus 56 cents would bring it down about 56 cents. So just know that tomorrow. So it's probably at the high range here. Is it going to go? Don't think it's going to go. I mean, I think we're at the high range here. So if you got some gains and you're playing it, just there, just know the levels here on Walmart. Again, you had a nice breakout 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago here at 140 or at 146. And again, this is exactly how we like to trade it here. So you had 1, 2 days, you had a third day, you had 3 days of buying up to that level. I suspect that probably some selling is going to come in, and you can tell right off the bat is going to be sold off. So again, how low can it go? Maybe it's going to probably go to this 144, 143. Let's see. But again, watch 146. If 146 gets taken out, it's probably going to go a little higher. But how high can it go? If we look at the dailies, this is why you have to look at multiple time frames. 146, you got headwinds at 146. 147, 148. So I think that the risk is to the upside, not the downside right now for today or tomorrow, but anything can happen. All right, that's Walmart, guys. All right, it is now 9:07. Let me see what I'm going to be doing here. Futures are pulling back a little bit as suspected. Again, there's going to be a lot of profit taking. There was a nice move yesterday on the S&P 500. Let's see what happens here on the S&P 500. So we're probably going to open up around 4,300 ballpark. So we're pretty high up. So again, I do suspect some profit taking, the same kind of like Walmart. We're at the high end. Let's see how far can it come back down. On the XPX, probably can come back. That's going to fill the gap to 42.71 maybe. That is a possibility. But again, I will be getting ready. If I don't see the setup, I won't trade it, but I will be getting ready for 2 o'clock. I might go on TradingView today because it probably should be slow going into the FOMC meetings, and maybe I'll have a better, clear understanding of what to expect and what to see at this moment in time. But I think, and I didn't cover Bitcoin, guys. So Bitcoin's right here. Bitcoin squeezing. Let's see what happens here. Something big is about to happen. Don't know what's going to happen, but I suspect it's probably going to move on the whatever Powell says. On the weeklies, it looks like it's coming to the end. Looks like something big is about to happen. So right now we're at 40,000 range. So let's see. MicroStrategy might be a play. If Bitcoin goes up, you can play that, or you can just buy Bitcoin or do Grayscale or the multiple things of Bitcoin. All right, guys. So I will probably go on to TradingView today. So I'll be on there. And let's see. Again, just know that there's a cripple watch witching week here that we have today. And so I think let things set up properly here. Let things set up properly, guys. Let things set up properly. And again, so we'll see, guys. All right, that's all we got. Go out there, go get it. Take care, and thank you for tuning in, guys. God bless. It's gonna be a big day today, but we had the big day yesterday. Can we run? Don't know. Let things set up. Like, there's gonna be some profit taking in the first half hour. Sorry, excuse me. God bless you. Wait for the setup. Wait for the setups. All right. All right, guys. You haven't subscribe, or dislike, whatever you want to do. And I'll be on TradingView. If you want to know, the link is in the bio somewhere for TradingView. You look me up. It's Beyond Charts. I'll be streaming at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right on the dot. It'll probably last about 15 minutes. It will be recorded. So if you miss it, watch it there as well. And go out there, go get it, guys. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.